Hey guys, what's up? So the next poem I'll be reading is 1062, and this is called The Interview. This is more of a short story, written in first person perspective. I think this piece is extremely powerful. It's all about finding confidence in the last minute, when you aren't feeling confident, but when the opportunity is about to be taken away from you, or you feel threatened, you step up. This all centers around an interview, and two guys are applying for the same job. One has all the credentials, and the other doesn't. But he has more passion, more drive, and more talent. Now it's time to prove it and to show it. The interview. I walk up to the receptionist as she puts her finger in the air, which was neatly manicured, and said, "Hold." She finished her business call and then removed the Bluetooth from her ear, smiling. "How can I help you?" I smiled back and stood up straight, clearing my throat. "I'm here for my interview." She told me to take a seat while pointing to the side. There were only two chairs, and one was filled already. Her phone rang again, and she answered it. I walked to the chair and took a seat. The man next to me was very well groomed. His suit was perfect, probably a famous designer. His shirt was pressed. He was probably a few years younger than I. Very attractive. He was diddling on his phone, maybe texting, maybe playing a game, or maybe on social media. He looked up and finally noticed there was someone sitting next to him. "So what are you here for?" I smiled, trying to be friendly. "Interview." He looked me up and down and said, "Cool. This is my second interview." The way he said it was a bit cocky. That was a presence he gave off. I looked back at the clothes I was wearing, a baby blue button down with a long sleeve shirt, black dress pants, and a belt. Maybe I should have wore a tie. All of a sudden my name was called. I got up. The guy that was sitting next to me said, "Good luck." But it was a bit sarcastic. This only made me more nervous than I already was. I took my folder and walked into the office. The man shook my hand, smiled while closing the door. I took a seat and waited for him to come back to the desk. I handed him my resume as he put his glasses on and skimmed through it for a few seconds and then put it down. I started off saying my name, and I was going to continue when he interrupted me. "Why do you want to work here?" I smiled. "Well, my passion is and always has been writing. I think that I'm very consistent. I've written many different topics. I've even challenged myself to step outside the box." He grabbed my resume and put it back in the folder and handed it back to me. "The person who referred you worked for this newspaper for 12 years, and although he did crossword puzzles, he was excellent. I want to know if you have what it takes. Not to be a writer. I read your poems, which are fairly good, but the articles. We print our issues from all around the world. So do you have what it takes to do that?" I looked at the other cubicles from the glass window and the other workers typing away on their computers. Did I really have what it takes to do this? That was a great question, and to be quite honest, I didn't know. I looked back at him as he said, "There's a man sitting out there that wants the same job as you. He went to college, he has a degree, he's written articles, and he's done short stories. So go ahead, convince me. Why should I choose you?" I felt so insulted. I got up and grabbed my folder and was about to walk out of the room when I turned around and channeled that rage. "You're right. I didn't go to college. I've never written articles or have them published, and I never put myself out there, perhaps because I was insecure. But today I woke up and came here because I do want this. I've been putting words on paper since I was 17, and I've talked about all sorts of issues in my writing, from love, loss, sexual orientation, abortion, abuse, coming out, women's rights, gay rights, discrimination, racism, politics, war, world issues, you name it, I've written it. I have over 1,000 poems, and I bet if you gave me a topic right now on what to write about, I'd do it. I am determined, I am consistent, and I don't give up. You're gonna regret not hiring me. Experience is not always the best, it's talent, and I know I have it." I turned around and went for the door when he said, "You got the job." Confidence isn't about what you wear or even how you present yourself. That's all a pretense. Confidence is the fire you have to prove the world and yourself that you can do this.